are live for round 1 of Tier 2 in JSR. I need to get the link to someone who can actually announce it. What the hell? Hey. There we go. And now we wait. There's still some people needing to get their butts into the lobby. And I'm going to be patient. Patient. Who else do we need? Don't know why I'm worrying about this, but Dean is in the lobby, so I don't know why he's at it. Dean. There's Defa. Xavi. Yeah. Two Cadillacs, 2 McLarens, 2 Ferraris, 2 Alpines, 2 Williams. Oof, only 1 Aston Martin. Well, $13. Oh, Xavi is alive. Way. Xavi is here. We have 13 out of how many? 13 out of 18, so we still need 5 more people. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Do 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 do. Ding 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 ding. Da. Just we are 1 minute late. Yay! Amazing how this league is always starting late. Honestly, I don't get it. People are late, so at this point, I would just say start, but I don't have that power, so that's great. Right, name mod is in now. Benjamin! Yo! I'm a bit too used to the feeling of points in this league. Be right. What do you mean you'll be right there, man? Benjamin? What do you mean? No, mate. No, Nico, mate. You need to add him. That's how it works. Excuse me. I wonder when we're going to get underway. Crazy how last season I would have been waiting as a driver. This time I'm waiting as a commentator. Which is something new. Ben, can't you not just watch it on my stream? Like, bro. What's wrong with my stream, Ben? I really want to say something, but I can't because it's not, so then why can't my... Okay. Weirdo. Okay, whatever. Anyway, they're starting to ready up. Finally. Ah, yes. Right, here we go then. Excuse me. Oh, good. Excuse me. Oh, good. Right. Here we go. Time for the first qualifying session of the season. Just wait for these guys to load in and we will see who is first out on track. Ben, what's up with the glaze? What's up with the glazing, huh? Anywho, into the session we go. First qualifying session of the season. Weird to be here as commentator as I would normally be. Only season 5 are a winner because we only have done one round. I mean, if you said that it's because I'm leading the championship for the first time in Revlane, well then maybe fair enough, but winner when I've won 4 other races, no. It just doesn't really click. You really do confuse me sometimes, Ben. And it is Diffa. The first man out on track. 90 miles per... My God. That... Oh. Right, we won't go on board unless we absolutely have to. Diffa making his way around for a flying lap. Who is... Which Ferrari is that? That is Harrison. In the Ferrari. That's then Xavi behind him. The Aston Martin of Lasty. Anyway, back to Diffa. Into the final sector. Into the final sector he goes, to warming up his tires a little bit. To the final corner now. And he's going to start his lap. First qualifying lap of the season going to be set by Diffa. Who was that coming out of the pits? That was Neymad in the Red Bull. There's around turn 2 he goes now. Tidy lap so far. But will it be a quick one? That's the question. Cadillac brings it around to finish. Sector 1, obviously going to be a purple Sector 1. A 31-2 there, as he's the first one to set a lap. I have no idea what to say right now, so bear with me, chat. Very neat and tidy so far. Coming up to the end of Sector 2 now. What has he done? It's a 59-2 in Sector 2. Yet again, purple, as he's the first one to do a lap. Through the final 2 corners now. To the line, there's a yellow flag in Sector 1. Some people aren't going to be too happy about that. As to the line now, comes Diffa. What will it be? It's going to be a 24-7. We'll go on board with Harrison to cross the line for his first lap. Nando retires from the session. Across the line, and it's a 23-8 from Harrison. And that is Xavi going P2 with a 24-1. Who will be next to finish their lap? It will be Dino around the final corner and to the line. Straight line mode activated. Cross the line. P4 for Dino. P3 for Dean with a 24-5. Dino demoted into P5. Who will be next? Will it be no. It will be the Cadillac of... Oh, it won't be a Cadillac. It will be Neymad. The next to finish, to go across the line, to finish a lap. Through the final 2 corners now. Straight line mode activated for the first time. And now gonna be for the second time to the line. What is he going to set? It's going to be a 24-4, and that's enough for P3 at the moment. I have no idea who's on a flying lap. I have a feeling Xavi's on an in lap. Yes, he is. Ted, is he on a lap? Seems like it. Or even Jens. Jens through the final corner. Straight line mode activated once again. To the line. What's it gonna be? It's gonna be a 24-0, which puts him into P2 ahead of his former teammate Xavi. Who's next for a lap? We will go with the Williams. Or even is it Ted has actually done a lap? It's obviously not a very great one, as he probably backed off. As Lucky is on... I have no idea. Lukey is on a lap. And just want to make sure... Yeah, Ted is not on a lap. So the only one on a lap right now is Lukey. It says purple sector 1, but I highly doubt that, as this game can be weird when it comes to sector times popping up on the mini map. Very tidy lap so far. Joshua Pierce helmet. He goes past his teammate through into the final sector. It's a 59.8 in the second sector. Through the final 3 corners, he will go now. Activating straight line mode here, and then he will be activating it on the exit. Is through the final corner and to the line. What's it going to be? It's gonna be a 25.7, and it's enough to put him in P8 for now. Sima to the line. What's it gonna be? A 24.4, and it's enough for P4. Harrison on an outlap. Is Lasty on a lap? I think he is. Yellow flag in sector 1. That's not gonna concern this man right here. 59.9 in the second sector. Through the final 2 corners he will go now. Straight line mode activated. Through the final corner and to the line. What's the time gonna be? It's gonna be a 26 flat. And it's enough for P10 at the moment. Plenty of drivers on an outlap. The Alpine, I think, is on the flying lap. Sima is on an invalidated in lap, most likely. The Alpine of Jason, I think that's how you pronounce it. Forgive me if I'm pronouncing these wrong. I am pretty certain this man is on a lap. Through to the end of sector 2, straight line mode activated. Up to the fast corners here. Number 3 on that Alpine, looking good. Through the final 2 corners now. What is he going to manage through the final corner? And to the line now. What's it gonna be? It's gonna be a 25.4. Enough for provisional P8. Harrison is on a lap, and so is Dino. Harrison, then 3/10 up to the line. What's it gonna be? It's gonna be a 23.5 for the Englishman. And he keeps his hold of provisional pole position. As Neymar is still in P5, he has just started a lap. Dean goes P2 with a 23.7, getting himself ahead of Jens. Jens is on an outlap as we go to focus on Xavi Peelan, one of my championship rivals last season. Yellow flag in sector 1. This will not concern Xavi at all, as he comes up to the end of sector 2 with straight line mode activated. Through these very fast corners, he's up by 1/10.5. Will it won't be enough as of right now. Will he find more time in this final sector? Through the final 2 corners. He swings that car into the final corner to the line. What's it gonna be? It's gonna be a 24 flat. Puts himself ahead of Jens into P3, provisional P3. Neymar goes faster than him. Neymar into provisional P3, shoving Xavi back down to P4. Jens is in provisional P5. Is Diffa on a lap? I think he is. He's behind his teammate, though. He's getting dirty here, and he's down by a second and a half. MVD, I missed him, actually. He is currently in P8. Dino, invalid lap. Excuse me. Lucky is on an out lap, and so is the Aston Martin of Lasty. We have 5 minutes left in this session. Is this gonna be their final runs, I wonder? As Ted is on a lap. Is he? No. He doesn't have straight line mode activated. He is not on a lap, he is on a cooldown lap. As Lukey, yep, Lukey starts his lap into turn 1, braking around the 50 board, swinging the car around to the right, going back over to the right, or going over to the right, back to the left, back out to the right for turn 2, through the right-hander, and through, yet again, a right-hander, through, coming up to the, he is 3.5 tenths up on his time as of yet, which is enough to put him about P9. Will he be able to find more time through the course of this lap as he goes through the flowing S's of this circuit towards the end of sector 2 now? He is 1.5 up. He has lost time. I think, yeah, he has lost time, so he is only going to go P10 as it stands. And he is invalidated. Anyway, let's have a look at Lasty. Through the final corner, we'll be questioning why the Williams had to slow down that much. But to the line, what's it gonna be? It's gonna be a 3, almost 4/10 improvement. Only enough to put him ahead of Lukey in P11. He is now into P11 as Dino is out on an out lap, presumably for his final run of the session. What is Sima on a lap? I don't think, no, he is not. He is almost at 20 seconds, and it's only turn 3. Is the only one right now on an out lap on anything interesting is Dino in the Ferrari. Harrison holding on to his provisional pole position up at the top just by 0.2 of a second, not even a 1/10.5. A 1/10.5 to the leader, to the man currently on provisional pole position, going to leave it the latest he can, as I can see him coming out of the pits now on the mini-map. But first we will focus on the Englishman's teammate Dino in the other Ferrari to start his lap as we speak. Excuse me. Down the main straight, gonna be deploying as much as he possibly can get away with without hurting his battery for the rest of the lap. As is he going to be impeded by the Cadillac? No, he isn't. Cadillac gets out of the way just in time. Dino continues on his lap, keeping it nice and neat through the first 2 corners. Straight line mode activated up into this difficult double right-hander. Has claimed many victims in terms of track limits. Harrison. Only the Revline people, only the Revline boys will get that one, but hey ho, Dino on his lap. And I think I didn't see if this is an improvement, but he's still pushing, so I am assuming it is going to be an improvement for the man in red, as he has done a 59.4 in the middle sector. He's 3/10 up. Oh, he goes wide. That has definitely lost him time. He aborts the lap. We will switch over to Neymad, the man in the Red Bull, looking to improve his position on the grid. I have no idea if he was improving or not through the final two corners. The Williams gets out of the way, or so I thought. Neymad aborts his lap, obviously getting impeded by the... Is Dean on a lap? Dean is on a lap. He's improving by a 10th through these corners now. Through the final two corners, through the second to last corner. Yellow flag in sector 1. This one's... Ted gets a 5-place grid penalty. Not like that's gonna do much to his position. Dean goes provisional pole, but Will Harrison have an answer? Across the line goes MVD. It's a 3.5 improvement, but not enough to improve his position. Will Harrison have an answer to Dean across the line now? No, he won't. Dean on provisional pole position as it stands. Xavi up by a 10.5. He's going to need a lot more than this to grab pole position. What's it going to be? To the line through the final corner now. Straight line mode activated. Chaos in sector 3. To the line. What's it going to be? It's going to be third. An improvement by a 10.5. Xavi in provisional P3. Neymar getting impeded in the final corner as he spins. Diffa on an invalid lap. Lukey into the pits. Wow. Dean grabs pole position. Dean grabs pole position for round 1. And that is your grid. Oh, Diffa has a 5 place as well. Dean on pole position, Harrison in second, Xavi in third, Neymar in fourth, Jens in fifth, Sima in sixth. Diffa with a 5 place grid penalties, promoting MVD up to 7th. And I didn't get enough time to read the rest. As we wait here for the 5 red lights to go out for the first time here in season 13 of JSR, and season, if I'm not mistaken, season 11 of tier 2. Wrong one. season 13 of JSR, as it's going to be 5 red lights. It's lights out and away we go for the first time. Harrison not having a great start. Dean has an amazing start, going defensive into turn 1. Harrison on the inside, can't get the move done. Neymar going around the outside. He's now on the inside. Neymar gets the move done on Harrison. Dean keeps the lead. Harrison comes right back at him. Going for the move on Dean on the inside through the double right-hander. There's chaos in the background. People moving up and down positions everywhere. Jens down into P10. And then there's Sima and Lasty just in no man's land at the back. As that's a spin. Who spun? It's Lukey. Lukey in the gravel. Sima with him. As Dean holds on to P1 here, and Neymar going for the move on Harrison in a very unorthodox place to overtake. Harrison drops to P3. Xavi is right in this fight. Nando as well. This top 5 is insane. Dino in the background in the other Ferrari. Harrison is going to be lining up a move on Neymar here down the main straight. I don't know why the animation for the straight line mode isn't playing, but Neymar gets overtaken by both Xavi and Harrison into turn 1, drops down to 4th after an amazing lap 1. Dean still holds on to this lead, but how long will he be able to hold on to it for? Through the double right-hander, Harrison right on his tail. What am I doing? Harrison with a lot of battery, a bit more than Dean, but that can all change very quickly as Nando drops out of a second of Neymar. Nando is being dropped by these top 4. Dino is now on his gearbox, and is Neymar looking for a move on Xavi? I have no idea, as Jens gets past Diffa. No surprise there. He is going to want a miracle comeback today, as the straight line mode board is completely shattered into pieces. Harrison chasing down Dean. Is it going to be a move on the main straight? Yes, it is. Harrison to the inside. Dean going a bit defensive. Harrison, as Neymar gets past Xavi in the background, Harrison gets through on Dean. Dean goes for the switchback. They're still side by side. Harrison gets the move done out of turn 2. Harrison takes lead in Qatar as Dean's coming back at him, but he can't quite get enough alongside Harrison into the leads of the Qatar Grand Prix. Dean looking for every move he can. As that's racing going on in the back as Dino gets past Nando. Nando getting a 3-second penalty for corner cutting. It's all kicking off here in round 1. Dino with a monster switchback. Can't get it done though. Dino's round. Contact. Dino's round. It's all kicking off here today as my god, as these 4 are still closer than ever. Nando now has NVD on the back of him, hunting down that P5. He's not going to try the move into the last corner. He's going to save it for the main straight. Is it going to be a change for P5? It's going to be a change for P6. Jens into P6, into P5. He makes a double overtake down the main straight and is ahead into turn 1. Nando trying to fight back, being a bit too aggressive there with that dive bomb. Just not it. cuts off Jens as Diffa gets through on the both of them. Through goes Diffa. Jens will be wanting that position back. No doubt about it. As Xavi has a penalty. Oh, Xavi. Oh, Xavi, mate. Come on, man. Neymar on the back of them, dropping off of the top two, actually. 7/10 the gap now between Dean and Neymar, 6/10 now. It's going up and down, but Dean is hanging on to Harrison here very well. Very well indeed. He's in the overtake, but does he have enough to get it done down the main straight, or is Harrison deploying perfectly to keep Dean behind as Neymar is now on him? Xavi trying to go for the move. Late defense from Neymar. Xavi gets the move done. Around the outside of turn 2, he gets it done. Xavi gets himself back into provisional P3 as it stands, as Lasty gets a 10-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Xavi is going to have to pull off a 3-second gap to Neymar if he wants to keep this P3, as he falls out of a second of Dean. Is he going to be able to get back into it? Yes, he is. Dean keeping on the back of Harrison very well, but Harrison will not be worrying, and Xavi has fallen out of a second again. Wow. As the stiff on the back of Jens, miles ahead of the rest. Dean right on the gearbox of Harrison, wanting to get past. Nothing is doing. Harrison is definitely saving a lot of battery for this main straight to just pull away. As Dean falls to 4.5 tenths back on the straight, and he's the one with overtake. As that's Neymar going for the move on Xavi, getting it done down the straight before turn 1. Wow. Dean just staying in a second of Harrison, keeping it there, basically saying, I am here, you make a mistake, I'm gone. But Harrison rarely makes mistakes, and I know that. It's Xavi on the back of Neymar trying to get back past. Neymar probably trying to push to get back into a second of these two in front. I am just after realizing he is on the softs. He is going to have to box a lot earlier than these other guys if he wants to make it to the end on a 1-stop. Is Neymar on a 2-stop? Because if he is, oh boy, that's the wrong strategy to go to. He is going to have to extend those softs like hell. He's going to have to take care of those softs like it's his baby. I don't know. But he is going to have to carry those softs. It's already lap 7 here. Dean still behind Harrison. Xavi not being able to get the move down the main straight. Maybe he just doesn't have the battery strategy to get this move done. Neymar just 1.4 seconds behind, and the gap is growing. As for the gap between these two, it's pretty much staying stable. As there is plenty of close gaps back here, but I don't think it would be this close if it wasn't for... Oh! As Jason spins into the gravel, through goes Sema. into P10. Scoring, I believe, is 2 points. Or is it 3? I think it's 3. I'm not quite sure with this new point system they have introduced. I haven't had enough time to memorize it yet. Dino is now into P9 as a beneficiary of that spin, as Neymar is into the pits. Neymar has to be on a 2-stop, because he is going to have a job and a half. He is on a 2-stop. Neymar is on a 2-stop. The strategy in Tier 1 was go to lap 10 as I missed that. Dino into P7. On the main straight, but Neymar on the 2-stop. Neymar has practically gifted Xavi the podium. How do I know that? The strategy in Tier 1 was medians to lap 10, hards the rest of the race. Even with that, the front left was barely surviving. So Neymar is on a 2-stop, because he is not getting these mediums to the end. I am telling you that, as the gap has actually smallened between Harrison and Dean. Dean just doesn't seem to be able to get past Harrison here. Once Harrison got past, it's been impossible for Dean to get past. It's a snap on the exit for Harrison. Is Dean going to get it done this time around? He's on the back of Harrison. Harrison moves to the inside to defend. Dean is going to try it around the outside. Can't get it done. Is he going to try and get the switch back? He is. Can't get it done. Harrison keeps the lead of the Qatar Grand Prix for now. Is Dean going to come at him into this double right-hander? He's close, but he can't quite get it done. Is he going to try send it down the inside here? No, he isn't. Dean has to stay behind the Ferrari. Harrison doing a great job at defending Dean. Just... wow. What's this? Oh, Dean! You bottle job! Dean gets a 3-second penalty. Is that Jens? No, Jens is 7 seconds back from Xavi. I don't know why I thought it was on leader. Ted gets a 10-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Will Dean box this lap to try and undercut Harrison? But he can't. His teammate is in the pits. His teammate is serving a 10-second penalty. They both stay out. Is Dean going to try the move again as they're coming up to lap the Aston Martin? Dean is not close enough this time round. Harrison stays in the lead for yet again another lap, as that's Xavi lapping the McLaren of Ted. Sorry, I missed that. Harrison and Dean, in the process of going down that main straight, has lapped the McLaren of Ted. Lasty is going to be the next one to be lapped by Harrison and Dean. These two squabbling for the past 10 laps. Dean just staying in that second range, trying to get the benefit of overtake, but just quite can't get it done down that main straight into turn 1. I am not one of the FIAs. I am a driver / commentator. This is my first time commentating, as I used to drive this tier. I now drive tier 1, so I have a Friday free, so I might as well commentate tier 2, as Harrison and Dean on the back of on the back of Harrison still. The gap is smaller than what it was last lap, I believe, but onto the main straight it just rose to 3/10. Is it going to be a move from Dean though? Or does Harrison have overtake from the Aston? The Aston moves out of the way. Harrison keeps the lead for another lap. That just want to say something because Nando is brake checking and shit. Yeah, fair enough. Nando has never been the greatest of drivers. He was my teammate last season. Scored a big old 50 points. Meanwhile, I was scoring like 300 and something, practically single-handedly taking home the constructors as well as the drivers. Anywho, back to these two. These two have been at each other. I've just realised they've went longer than what Tier 1 drivers have. Battle for 6th. Neymar gets past Nando and will probably leave him in the dust. Oh, and down the inside goes Dino. Oh, Nando! Nando cutting off MVD, almost spinning each other. Nando, I really do think there's a reason why you were, quite frankly, banned before. This driving is just unacceptable, in my opinion. As that's Nando getting back past Dino. Dino is gonna be frustrated. As Dean's in the pits, Dean is going for the undercut on Harrison. How powerful that is around here, I have no idea. I don't think it's powerful nearly at all around here. As clean air is just king around here. Nando pits, that's going to give Dino a very big break. Jens is in the pits as well. Onto the hard tyres. MVT and Dino move up into P5 and P6 provisionally. Diffa provisional is P2 on the road right now. Diffa, what a man. Harrison's 16 seconds in front of them. Jens gonna be gaining like mad on this Alpine now. Now that he has the fresh tyres. Is Harrison going to box this lap though? That's my question. Is Harrison going to go into the pits? What is the gap to Dean? The gap to Dean is 27 seconds. He should be able to box and still come out ahead. As I believe the time lost in this pit lane is only 21 seconds. Will Diffa come in this lap? Willy. Diffa comes in this lap. Neymar has been on these tyres since lap 8. Should be able to bring them a couple of more laps, but he's committed himself to the 2-stop, which just... Dean gets the undercut. Does not get the undercut. Sorry, that was the wrong McLaren. Harrison emerges out of the pits. Ahead of Neymar even. Harrison keeps lead and is over a second ahead of Dean. As of a result, the undercut not working for the Dutchman. I will invite you now, Ben. Okay, I'm gonna have to go into my offline friends. I am missing racing here. Excuse me. Oh Jesus, I'm gonna have to go all the way to the S. It says Neymar in P2 now. Dean behind. Oh my days, my TV is about to turn off. Yeah, I invited you anyway. There, Ben, out. Dean is now stuck behind Neymar on the medium tyres as they re-lap Dean's teammate. Down in last, 14 seconds behind Lasty. Harrison seems to be running off with this race now. He is now a second ahead of Neymad, which puts him 1.5 seconds ahead of Dean. Dean trying to go for the undercut didn't work, and is now, as a result, stuck behind Neymad in the Red Bull, who was on, what's it, 6 lap old. Harrison not having a pen is wild, considering his track record here. Neymad will have to stop again, though. He is not getting those mediums to the end of the race. Neymad has committed himself to the two-stop. Absolute insanity. Practically gifting Xavi the podium. He is not going to be able to catch up to Xavi once he pits, as it's Jens with a penalty. Dean sets the fastest lap, though. Dean closing that gap. So has Neymad. Neymad has closed that gap a lot, but Harrison keeps the lead into turn 1. Neymad obviously burning a lot there to get into the second gap. Dean gets past Neymad into the double into the double right-hander. What a move from the Dutchman. He is now right back on the back of Harrison, trying to fake a move. Harrison just keeps on going. Cuts across. No problemo at all. Xavi in P4, looking to get that P3. That elusive P3 that Neymad is currently in. He will not be able to get those mediums another 14 laps. And Harrison gets a penalty. The commentator's curse has striked again. No matter though, Dean has one as well. Neymad is going off the box again with those tyres. Those now 7-lap old tyres. 7-lap old mediums around here do not feel all that great. If you thought softs were bad, mediums feel probably just as bad at this point in the race. Dean and Harrison will be looking to get into a groove. Xavi in provisional P3 as it stands, as Neymad won't be getting those tyres to the end. He must be going to lap 20, I think, or even lap 18 to go for another, either 18 or 19 to go another 10-lap stint on mediums to the end. Just not really worth the risk, if you ask me. Xavi, though, he isn't really making much of an impression on Neymad. Neymad has been dropped out of the 1 second range to Dean, as Xavi has lost time to Neymad, even though Neymad is on older mediums. Neymad is on mediums, and Neymad is losing time to Dean, but Xavi just isn't making an impression at all. Is there a as I was about to say, is there a fight going on down here? Nando is off the track. The closest two right now on track are Harrison and Dean. Are the top two. As Harrison sets the fastest lap of the race, just in a groove, not willing to give up, as they're coming around to lap lasty again. This race has really settled down now, as the closest two on the track are now the top two. Dean taking a wildly different line to the Ferrari of Harrison, of the Englishman Harrison, as Dino is actually now in no man's land in the other Ferrari in P8, as it's a 6-7 for Cadillac, for Diffa and Sima. Jens, former teammates with Xavi, in P5, Xavi currently in P4, but should be able to take home that P3 once this man right here in the Red Bull pits, because there is no way he is getting those tyres to the end. he just simply can't. The tyre wear on this circuit is too high. The front left specifically takes a beating around here. Just takes an absolute beating. Even on the hard, you'll be struggling with tyre wear on the front left, as he's probably going to go for another 10-lap stint to the end, as that is Lasty into the pits again, as he's also on the 2-stop, going extremely, and he's retired. So that means now everyone here will be scoring points regardless of their finishing position. The closest pair on track remains these two up front. Ted, as a result of Lasty's retirement, moves up into... Oh, I missed that. Luke, he was DSQ'd. I missed that completely. I am so sorry. But Ted is almost being lapped by the LP. Is he? Yeah. No. What? I am so confused. Which Alpine is that? It's MVD. He's 1 minute and 1 second behind this Alpine. So, oh my days. As Dean and Harrison come around the final corner now to start another lap, the gap widening to a second. That's Jason who's getting a penalty, and Neymar into the pits again for his second stop, as I predicted, for another 10-lap stint on the mediums. Xavi gets up into P3, Jens into P4. Is the gap going to be just too big to even catch up to Jens? We will have to see, as that's even Diffa is going to get past him as he's coming out of the pits. If Diffa pulls off a defensive masterclass here, he can just about keep the P4 for Jens, as Neymar is the only one here without a penalty. Oh, no, sorry. Neymar and MVD are the only ones here without a penalty, and that's Ted in the pits again. It's Ted in the pits again, serving another penalty. He's about to be lapped by the Alpine in 11th. He's about to be lapped by Jason, the Alpine in 11th. That is insanity. If I've ever seen insanity in my life, that is it. As even the closest two on track right now have... Harrison's checked out. Harrison has checked right out, and is 1.7 seconds in the lead as Ted gets a 10-second penalty for crossing the white line on pit exit. He's about to be lapped by the top two yet again. Xavi 11 seconds behind Dean. Xavi is going to be having flashbacks to Spain, to Catalonia last season for sure. Neymar now actually coming up to the back of Diffa. Is it going to be an easy move, or is it going to be a hard one to pull off? Because like Murray Walker once said, catching is one thing, passing is another. As Neymar gets a 3-second penalty, as both Xavi and Jens have 6 seconds, but this should provide them with an extra cushion. This penalty for Neymar should provide them with an extra cushion. To him, and Diff goes deep. Neymar, trying to benefit from this mistake from Diffa, backs out of it into the fast right-handers. Diffa maintains P. Not Diffa. Is it Diffa? Yeah, it is Diffa. Diffa maintains P5 as of right now. I got confused there for a second. Harrison has checked out in the lead. Neymad going and looking for the move down the main straight. He flies past Stiffa. Dean gets himself another 3 seconds. Oh, Dean. What are you doing, mate? As Neymad is now back into P5. But first, he'll have to get within 3 seconds of Jens. Will he be able to do this in the short amount of time that he has? Especially with the tyre wear on these mediums not very great. Because who knows, his tyres could fall off quicker than expected and Jens could just streak away. Neymad really trying to go for something different, really trying to make it work, but as a result has lost out on a podium, I believe. That's just a big gap to even trying to make up. Xavi. Mates. Xavi. My God, as Diffa gets himself another 3 seconds. He has gained 2 seconds. I believe it's been 2 seconds he's gained on Jens in the past lap. If he keeps up this pace, he is getting that podium. I believe, as that is 9 seconds now for the Dutchman. Excuse me, as my God, how has Nando not been disqualified? 30 seconds of penalties. Neymad's 3 second is now within, is getting into the 3 second window of Jens, but his pace, I believe, is starting to plateau a bit now as those mediums start to wear. He may be about 10 seconds back, but all he needs is to gain 4 seconds. Xavi, mate, what have you done? As Neymar sets the fastest lap. Oh my God. He's almost within the 3 second window, but it doesn't seem to be as quick as what it was before. His pace is starting to plateau a little bit. Those mediums could be starting to wear now, as he's been on them now for 4 laps, but that's a lot for a medium around here, as he's gained only 3 tenths at this part of the lap. So far, 4 tenths, 5 tenths, 4.5 tenths he's gained. His pace is starting to plateau a little bit. Will Jens be able to... He's gained a second. He's gained another second on Jens. Never mind. It isn't plateauing, but it should start to plateau soon, as those tyres will start to go off and become level with the hards. At that rate, it will just be trying to keep within the 3 seconds of Jens. Xavi, I believe, should be uncatchable at this moment in time, as that's Jens in the background onto the main straight with Neymar right behind him, absolutely flying. Will Jens do a favour for a former teammate and hold up Neymar, as he knows his tyres are slowly coming onto par with Neymar's, as Neymar's tyres are slowly coming onto par with Jens's. Jens currently in P4, under pressure from Neymar. I am going to turn off those penalties as we know how much they have now. And that's going to be none. Thank you very much. Excuse me. Neymar right on Jens's gearbox here, but is he going to go for it down here, or is he going to wait for the main straight? Neymar is going to wait for the main straight. Harrison sets the fastest lap on old hards compared to the mediums of Neymar. Neymar almost going for it. Diffa gets himself another penalty. Neymar really wanting to wait for this main straight. Jens just holding him up, creating a gap to Xavi. It's lap 25 out of 29. Is Neymar going to go for the move around the outside of turn 1? Jens defends on the inside. They're still side by side as we come out of turn 1 into turn 2. Jens stays ahead. Jens keeps P4 on the road. Jens may have a penalty, but he is not giving up. Neymar right on his gearbox, trying to get by. This is just going to allow Xavi to pull away. Neymar is going for it into the right-hander, into the long right-hander. Jens defends. Jens is still side by side with Neymar. Neymar still trying to go for it. This is amazing racing to kick off the season. Neymar, is he going to get the move done? No, he isn't. He's going to vote to stay behind Jens and try and get it done on the main straight. Or is he? He's going for the move. Through the penultimate corner, Jens is ahead into the overtake, so that means Neymar will get the overtake. But will Jens have the superior battery as he's recharging on exit? Neymar flies by Jens. Can Jens come back at him though? Towards turn 1. To the inside, Jens goes. In turn 1. Jens not giving up against Neymar. Jens gets back into P4 on the road. Jens really giving it his all here. Neymar has definitely got to be frustrated right now. Neymar struggling to get past Jens. Jens putting up an amazing defense. Oh, Jens goes deep, lets Neymar through. Jens should be able to keep up though. I hope. Neymar's tires will be slightly gone off after that battle, but now he has a monumental task as Nando gets disqualified from the session. Rightly too. Neymar has pulled away from Jens, but has a monumental task on himself to catch up by 4 seconds to Xavi in just 3 laps. He is going to need more than a second a lap to get into the zone of 3 seconds to Xavi. This is where he's going to have to pull off a miracle. This is where his tyres have been, about this time in the past, is where his tyres have been starting to drop off. He has only gained 4 tenths so far, 3 tenths so far on the Audi in P3, who must just be taking it easy at this point, as he knows Neymar is going to need more than just a second a lap to catch to the point where he's going to be within that 6 extra seconds that Xavi has compared to Neymar. Harrison has been out in the lead since I believe it was lap 3 and hasn't given up since, and as he sets another fastest lap on those hards, Neymar has only gained 6 tenths. His pace is starting to drop off. He has only gained 0.4 of a second in this last lap. Xavi might as well have P3 here in the season opener. Dean in P2. Harrison leading this race comfortably. Only one singular penalty, which is an improvement to the season 3 finale in Revline. MVD gets himself a penalty. Another penalty, as everyone here has penalties now. Neymad 8 seconds back from Xavi with about 1 lap to go. I don't think he's going to be able to do this unless Xavi has a shocker of a final lap. Neymar has actually gained a second in this past lap. But, yeah, he's losing all that time then again in the fast corners, as he's behind the McLaren of Ted now. He's going to get overtake from... Is he going to get overtake from the McLaren? He isn't. He is behind into the detection point. The McLaren, he's ahead into the detection point. The McLaren will be the one to get overtake. I will keep an eye on that gap from Neymar to Xavi, as it comes down to 6.3 seconds in the first 3 corners. But Harrison has led beautifully ever since he took the lead, bogged down on the start, gained the positions back, and just didn't let go since. Harrison in the final sector now, in a similar fashion to how I did in Revline, to a outstanding race from him through the final corner now. Harrison will be ready to start the celebrations. Harrison wins the Qatar Grand Prix and wins his first race in JSR. He wins on debut. Dean gets a podium on debut as well. He finishes P2. Xavi, the gap between Xavi and Neymar has come down to 5 seconds. Has come under 6 seconds. Xavi finishes P3 on track, but will it stay P3? Neymar crosses the line to take the podium, to take the final step of the podium. Jens tried his best to hold up Neymar, but couldn't quite do it. Comes across the line to finish P5. Diffa finishes P6. Sema, in the other Cadillac, will be coming across the line to finish P7 on the road. I have no idea whether that will stay the case. Across the line, Sema is P7. Does it stay that? It does. Dino takes P8. It's a Cadillac 6-7. Dino finishes P8, and I didn't get to see who finished P9 and 10. What a race. Harrison led it beautifully. Ever since he took the lead, he led that like it was nothing. As we look on to the podium celebration. And your winner, Harrison, takes the fastest lap as well. Takes the full 26 possible points for a driver. And it was the two Alpines in P9 and P10. What a race. Xavi misses out on the podium. Neymar pulled off the two-stop somehow. Thank you to everyone who watched. Good night.